All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday Night Variety Show.
Uh,
Scott, it's good to have you back after all your stuff.
uh,
How's Purdue doing?
We look
Good.
like we're going to have a good volleyball team this year. Of
Oh,
course,
that's
it's a rebuilding thing because they opened up this portal thing, and they had four of their top players change to other teams, other universities. So
oh,
the coach is in a kind of a rebuilding mode right now, and he's picked a lot of really good girls to play.
okay.
So we watched them play a few exhibition games. They played a game against Vanderbilt down in Indianapolis at the new venue down there.
Nice.
And one of the last, I think, four exhibition games, they've won all four. So,
Wow. Well, that's good. That's awesome. Mary Ellen, good to have you here.
Thanks, Dean. Great to be here.
Still sporting for one more week those bunny ears.
Tomorrow's Easter.
Yes, it is. Hey, Movie Mania Nick, good to
Hi,
have you
Nick.
here. All right. Well, what? So, just as a curiosity, what's the temperature where you're at? We didn't talk
It's
about
chilly
that.
here today.
Really?
Yeah, it's rainy and chilly.
What do you got?
That's why I'm
50s?
wearing a sweatshirt. I mean, I'm chilly.
Steve and Scott, how about there? You had thunderstorms.
yeah, it's 53 right now
Okay.
and overcast. It's been that way all day. Looks like for the next, at least 3 days, we're going to have overcast and rainy.
Okay.
And but what was it, Saturday? When it got up to got up to 81, and it was a beautiful day. That's when we would sit outside on the deck.
Nice. 77. Wow. That's probably.
I think it's coming your way, though, Nick. So, wah, wah.
Yeah. 77 is probably like the perfect temperature, I think. Hey, Michelle. Good to have you here.
Hi, Michelle.
It was rainy, but 70 degrees in central New York. Wow, really nice. And getting cold tomorrow. Okay. Well, tomorrow, by the way, is my 29th anniversary.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Falling on Easter Sunday this year.
That's awesome.
What's that?
I say it couldn't happen on a better day.
That's right.
Right.
Amen. Well, all right, guys, let's get going. Michelle, Nick, good to have you here. We know some others are live, so we'll just plow ahead. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. All right. Let's get this queued up here. All right. It's time for 20 questions. Thank you, Michelle. All right. I am a place. I am mostly water. And you don't have to delay really on this one if you have a guess.
The ocean.
The ocean?
The ocean is a great guess, but it is not the ocean.
Oh. A lake?
It is not a lake.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls, really nice guess, but it is not it. It is not a river. All right. That's not a real helpful clue, of course, on purpose.
Mostly water.
Number 2, I can be found near an island.
And mostly water found by an island.
Yeah.
Oh.
No clue.
No clue.
Hi, Mark. Good to have you here. Ooh.
I could just take a stab.
There we go. All right. Well, we got waterfall, and that is also not it. But little side note: when we were kids, well, my family, my dad especially, redesigned our basement to be like Hawaii, and we had a waterfall in our basement. How do you
Oh,
like
wow.
that? Yeah. All right. So Mark is guessing Universal Studios. I think not it. Dean the Turkey Legster. Hello, my friend.
Hi, Dean.
All right. I think it's time for another clue. People visit me every day.
Hmm.
The Rivers of America.
It is. What is that? The Rivers of America. Is that?
It's right in front of Tom Sawyer's Island.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Islands of Adventure, says Nick. So that is also not it. Okay. Scott, Steve, any guesses?
We're
No.
thinking along the same lines, Mark.
Yeah. Tom Sawyer Island, says Mark. All right. So on this next clue, I think it's going to start to get pretty helpful. So Steve, Scott, Mary Ellen, just give it a few seconds. Hoover Dam, says Michelle. I think we're getting real close.
Now I got to guess.
Okay. All right. Give it about 10 seconds. I contain a national monument. Anybody?
Hoover Dam, Lake
It's
Mead.
not. It's not Hoover Dam or Lake Mead.
Contain. Statue of Liberty.
That is a good guess. That is a really good
That's
guess.
a great guess.
As Mark also guessed that, and you're getting really close. Ellis Island, says Mark. No, it's also not Ellis Island. Okay. I kind of think the first clue was a little misleading, but when you said Statue of Liberty, that's a very similarity. So Washington Memorial, says Michelle. Okay, guys, definitely on this one. Give it a few seconds. 1941 was not my best year.
Oh,
Mary Ellen's got it. Steve's got it.
I think I do.
All right. We'll give the chat a chance on this one. And Dean the Turkey Legster coming in with the right answer. Pearl Harbor.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
when you think of Pearl Harbor, you think of, I don't think of it being I don't think of the water. I mean, it is water, but I mean, I think of that memorial for some reason, or that
Arizona. Yeah.
the Arizona. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, when I was stationed in Hawaii, I used to get down to Pearl Harbor.
Okay. Well, nice going, Dean. Yeah, 1941 was not my best year. In fact, I just have to say, my dad's favorite movie was Tora, Tora, Tora. And when you could first buy VHS tapes, he spent $100 to buy Tora, Tora, Tora. And
I left there just before they started to film that.
Oh, you did? Oh, so the first one, really?
Yeah, and in the movie, when it shows the Japanese flying in and they go through a pass.
Yes, yes.
The base that I was on was just right past that pass.
Wow.
And the base I was on was one of the first ones that they hit when they came in.
Really?
And then they went on down to Pearl Harbor. They came in from the north by Cayena Point. And then they came down and they hit Wheeler Field and Schofield Army Barracks. And then they went on down to Hickam Air Force Base in Pearl Harbor. So, yeah.
Okay. Gloria, nice to have you here.
Hi, Gloria.
I just want to point out that if you have only seen the new Pearl Harbor movie with Ben Affleck or whatever and haven't seen Tora, 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 I know I'm old, but Tora, Tora, Tora is so much more packed with history and what happened. And especially, as Steve could tell you, the humongous oversight of how that happened.
Yeah, we still had pictures in our NCO club before and after the attack.
Oh, wow.
And you could still see where the holes in the buildings were patched up.
Okay, wow. I want to say hi to John and first apologize that I told you 7 Eastern earlier. I was in Central Time mode. It was 8. Sorry about that. All right. Mark says, I heard that a propeller in the movie rolled across the stage and nearly killed an actor. Wow. I think I heard that too.
Hmm.
I heard Hickam Field.
Yep. Hickam.
Okay. A plane stunt went seriously wrong, leading to a scene where a radio-controlled P-40 plane crashed into other planes with crew members having... Oh, and that was in the movie.
Hmm.
They showed that part.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly certain. It's a great movie. It takes a long time to build up and get to the action scene, but it's well worth it.
Hmm. You remember
All right.
the movie? What was it? Was it Twilight Zone? The movie?
Yes, that's with the helicopter.
Yeah, with the helicopter. I know the name of the actor that was killed because,
Vince.
Yeah, there goes my brain.
Yeah.
And then also you remember the movie Ben-Hur?
Oh yeah, but
And
that's
the chariot scene, that like the circus,
yeah.
that there was an actor, I think it was a stuntman, that had fallen off one of the chariots and got caught underneath of it and dragged. And
Right.
And they
Well,
looked at the movie.
I've heard that, and I've also Vic Morrow. Thanks, Jim. That's the actor you were trying to think of.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim.
An actor who was supposed to be dead got up and ran away. Oh.
There goes
Oops.
That's hilarious. Yeah, Vic Morrow. And I think it wasn't just Vic Morrow. I think there was a child.
Yeah, a Vietnamese child, I believe.
Yeah.
And there was a big lawsuit over that. And I think that, of course, I think the movie was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I sat on the tarmac for 8 hours on my way to Clark Air Force Base, Philippines. Wow. Okay. And then I think I had a bonus question here. Oh, yeah, Pearl Harbor.
There's the Arizona.
Okay, this is a new thing. Knock, knock.
Scott, you're supposed to say
I'm
who's there?
scared to fall for this. Who's there?
Pennsylvania. Okay. You were right, Mary Ellen.
I had a feeling something wasn't right.
I knew you'd figure me out. All right.
Okay. Wally's
oh, wow.
Remember Wally?
That's good acting if you're dead and can get up and run away.
It's a miracle.
Wow. So Jim saw the footage. Oh, my gosh.
Ugh.
Yeah, USS Arizona. Who's there? Thanks, Mark. The answer was Pennsylvania, of course. All right. Now, what is Wally's favorite old movie?
Ooh, do you know, Scott?
Oh, Michelle already got it.
What? Oh, my gosh.
You've got the movie, but you don't remember? Oh, you like that movie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, my goodness. I did not expect that to be an easy one. I would not have remembered. It's Hello, Dolly is correct. Way to go, Michelle.
Michelle, you're on fire.
Hello, Dolly. And then for a bonus question, we got, I would have never remembered this, but what does WALL-E stand for? No? Hey, cool. It's one of your favorite movies. I actually liked WALL-E better than most. I think WALL-E was one of those Pixars that came out and people went, they weren't as sure. But I thought it was really good.
John said Walmart.
Maybe that's where it started. It definitely stands for something, the WALLE. Any thoughts? Nobody?
No.
Okay. It's a tough one. I would have never known it. It stands for Waste Allocation Load Lifter. Earth class.
Mark got it. He said waste something.
Yeah. You are right, Mark. Close enough. We'll give you 10 points on that one.
New movie.
10 Dis Our Dream points. Congratulations.
Gloria had it. Sorry, Gloria, for the time delay. She had it before she heard me say it. So, all right. It's time to guess the number. What I love about this game is, you don't have to really be smart to just guess a number. You can just guess any number, right? All right. So yeah, as Nick says, the sea is silent. I kind of thought the same thing. All right, Mark, 7. All right. We will give you a question. How much does the average American spend on the lottery each year? You don't have to wait. You're free to guess. Hey, Jason. Nice to have Jason Thibodeau here.
Hi, Jason.
$100,000.
How much? 100,000. I hope.
That's a lot.
The lottery, your mother would get rid of me. That we probably never will anyway.
John says 250. Mark says 95. T-Town, Steve?
I'd say 500.
500. Okay.
Yeah.
Mary Ellen?
150.
150. Okay.
I guess
I don't even play, so I bring the average down.
I don't play it either, so that makes two of us.
Yeah, I don't. Though there was one day I was out walking and I found a $10 bill. And I thought, this is $10 that I wasn't really supposed to have. So I went and bought a lottery ticket. Obviously, there went that $10.
How
so, yes. Hi, Jim. Why am I saying hi, Jim? How's your radio show going? I don't know what I'm talking about. All right.
Yeah, you guys, have you heard Jim's got a morning radio show?
I said hi to Jim 10 minutes ago, and here I am saying hi to him again. $150. Gloria says 1,000. Michelle says 200. Nick says depends on if they are a major gambler. Yeah. But this is an average across all Americans. 100 a week. If Gloria is listening.
Jason, she's listening.
That's good. Ooh, Dean coming in with a very specific 827.42. All right. Well, guys. Hey, Najuma.
Hi,
nice
Najuma.
to have you here. All right. The first answer that was given was John, I believe, and he had it exactly right. $250.
And that guy right there is a winner. You can tell he's happy.
Yeah. Have you ever known anyone to win the lottery?
Like a big number?
Well,
yeah.
We've got a neighbor that built a big, oh my God, it looks like a compound. And it's about a mile from us. And he had it all landscaped, and he's built a great big house there. And he hit the lottery for, it was a considerable amount of money. I don't know how much it was, but
yeah,
quite a bit.
Huh? I had an old neighbor who claims, and I don't think she was lying, that she was a part of an office pool 2 times that won a lottery. And it was significant. It wasn't millions, but it was, it was at least tens of thousands, I think.
Yeah, I had a friend that won the Publishers Clearinghouse.
Oh my gosh!
I forget how much he won, and he just packed up and moved out to Arizona.
Oh, did Ed McMahon show up to hand him the check? Wow, a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Did you guys ever see that? It wasn't 60 Minutes, but it was a news thing about this town in Texas, and they all would go in on the ticket together, about half the town, and they won once, and they followed all these people's lives over the year after that they won this money, because it was fairly significant. And I mean, I'm telling you, You never saw one sad story after another. I mean,
Oh,
oh
Yeah.
my gosh. There was people who won and ended up in far worse financial situation than, before.
Yeah. And you
But
never think about how much they're paying in taxes on that winning.
you got
Yeah.
to think more than half. You got
You
to
know,
think
we watch,
3/4.
we watch those game shows like Let's Make a Deal and The
Oh
Price is
yeah.
Right, and they're giving away automobiles like they're. I don't think there's a dealer in Los Angeles got any cars left. They're giving them all away. And then I said, well, just think about it. They got to pay the tax on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So probably a lot of them, rather than take the prize, just they can't afford to pay the taxes, or they don't
Right.
want to pay the taxes.
Right. Yeah, it just people don't know how to manage that. So anyway, my aunt was on Let's Make a Deal once, by the way. She won horseshoes.
Oh,
Nice, huh? If I ever win, boy, will that be a lot of turkey legs.
you could buy a turkey farm.
Well, hello there. That's a long name, USTA Windows Media Windows Fan 2K7.
Is this Ultimate Boy?
Hey, is that? It could be. Dave, are you there? Motley Fool says lottery spending per capita. Americans spend $392 per capita in 2022 on lottery tickets. Okay. Well, I found 250. Hiya, Kay. Good to have you here.
Hi,
Jaden.
Kay.
Nice to have you here, Jaden.
Hi, Jaden.
What we do, Jaden, on Saturday nights and Wednesday nights with T-Tom Mary Ellen, who's in the top square, is we just have a very interactive live stream. We play some games. It's very interactive. And so glad you're here. That's probably an unusual year. That could be, yeah. In 2022, I think he's saying. All right. John says they pay state tax and capital gains tax in New Jersey for winning a car. My friend won a car on a golf course, hole in one. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Oh. Yes, Jaden. You remember Dean from Resort TV1.
Well, that is probably true because I used to sponsor Resort TV1. Nice to have you here.
You got a good memory.
Very good memory. All right, Jaden, here we go. Here's our next question. First off, hiya, Mandy. If I won $500 or more, I'd spend it on a Disney trip. Amen to that. All right, next question. How many words does the average American speak per day? It's a tough one to come out of the gate.
You're saying 200?
200? All right.
Average. I must be running into people that are above average.
Okay, well, yes, Road Trip Dave is one of my partners in crime. Dean says 654. John says 8,000. Mark says 1,200. Jim says 20,000.
Scott, your bomb's going to go off here.
Kay says 3,257. Mary Ellen, what you thinking?
I'm with Jaden. I say 2,000.
Okay. Jason's saying 1,000. All right, Steve?
I'll go with 1,000.
1,000 as well? Okay.
Maybe they got an app you can put on your cell phone for that.
Yeah, track your words.
Steps you take a day, maybe it'd count how many words.
You have right. You have to have someone to listen. That's right. All right. The answer is 16,000 words.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what's it showing? An auctioneer?
And I thought I'd show an auctioneer. I know that doesn't make sense because an auctioneer says a lot more.
Jim was really close. Jim would said 20,000.
I'd say Jim was the closest, although John was at 8K, 16. Yeah, Jim was the closest.
Wow.
All right. Go count tomorrow. You'll see.
I got a cousin that's an auctioneer. I should ask him how many words he says.
Yeah, Nick, to your point, there's days when I do so little talking because I'm just in my office working and not in meetings. Yeah. Gloria says depends on how much they have to say. Yep.
Hmm.
All right. Moving on. What country has the most earthquakes? Is it Mexico, Turkey, or Japan?
I'm going to say Japan. What about you, Scott?
No.
Mexico?
All right. Mexico and Japan. Japan says Mark. Japan says Kay. Japan says John. Quaketopia says Dean.
Quick,
I think that was a Disney movie.
Utopia.
Gloria says Japan. Jim says Japan. Jason says Japan. And Mandy says, I want to take my cousin to Disneyland. Well, I hope you win that lottery, Mandy. Mary Ellen?
I'm going to be the oddball and say Turkey.
Hey, we finally got a turkey in here. Dean the turkey legster didn't guess turkey.
He did not.
he says, I don't know. And then Jaden here is going to go off the track and say Kazakhstan. Michelle says Japan. And Mark says the turkey leg. It's only in the leg of turkey. I should have guessed turkey.
I know, Dean.
Come on. Yeah, absolutely. All right. The answer is Japan. Japan experiences approximately 1,500 earthquakes annually, with the majority being too minor to be felt.
Ooh.
And we're not going to hear about it. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Having Star Wars celebration down there.
Having what?
Star Wars celebration down there.
Still, I didn't understand that word.
Well-
Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars celebration.
Oh, Star Wars. Okay.
May the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Mark says if a tree falls in the woods.
That's right.
That's true.
You must be the first in line for turkey on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Okay, next questions. Oh, we're at the buzzword one now. Remember, this is the one where I say a word like the word is first, and so foremost in quality is first rate. Tonight, the word is pick. Okay? All right, now I will ask my online contestants to just give it a little time and give the chat a chance to guess. So
Scott,
give it
Movie Mania Nick said that Star Wars Celebration was in Japan this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Shook, but not
Yeah.
stirred. Oh, that's Bond.
Okay, the word is pick. Okay, remember, give it a little time here. The first one is a wallet robber.
Okay.
Mary Ellen's got it. Steve's got it.
Cool.
A wallet robber. All right, Mark is first with a pickpocket.
Ooh.
Yes, Dean had it right after him. Michelle. Is that what you all had, Steve and
Yeah,
Yeah.
pickpocket.
Mary Ellen? All right, everybody's got pickpocket. Oops,
Jason said pick L,
pick L.
like a pickle.
Pocket. Yes, pickpocket. That's right. Okay, next one. Oh, it is pickpocket. Next one. Handy for hauling stuff around town.
Okay.
Got that one?
Ooh.
All right. Dean actually. Dean came in first with pickup truck.
Mhm.
Kay, Mark, Jim, Nick. My ride. I'll tell you, John, I just got to say, I think what he's hauling is crawfish and lobsters and
Sharks. And
sharks. Gloria says pickup. Jason says pickup truck. And it is pickup.
You
All
two
right.
finished each other's sentence. Jason said truck, and Gloria said no, pickup, and then
Oh!
Jason said truck.
That's hilarious. You guys are a great
Are
team.
you two married?
If not, you have a very similar last name. All right, pickup truck is right. Okay, here comes the next one. His car, says Jaden. Okay. Small wooden stick for hors d'oeuvres. Got it?
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Oh, yeah. Right now, golf clubs. John, I got a park behind my backyard, and I hit some today. All right. Nick came in first with toothpick, then Dean, Mark, Michelle, Gloria. You had it too, Scott?
Yep, both of us.
All right, cool. Mary Ellen, that's what you
Yep.
had?
That's what I had.
Cool. All right. Toothpick. All right, the next one. Bother another person more equally matched. Mary Ellen, you're quick tonight. I started to say pick it until you read the rest of it. Wow, my phone is way behind. Oh, okay.
Person. Brother. Father.
Mark says pick on. Picked on. Yes.
That's right.
Mary Ellen, is that what you kind of had?
Yeah.
What did you, what was, anyone want to give a more full statement?
Mhm.
What would that be?
Well, think about it.
Nope.
Bother another person more equally matched. Think of the whole statement. Okay, well, I'll just show you. You all got it right, picked on, but pick on someone your own size. Okay. Next is go faster.
I could take a guess, but I don't know if it'd be right.
Mark says pick up speed. I mean, that's correct. I think it might be worded pick it up, says Michelle.
I was going to say pick up faster.
Pick up faster, pick it up.
Pick it up faster. Pick up. Oh, it was right in my head. Where'd it go?
Yeah. I have those, Mary Ellen. I have them in this, like, get back here.
Pick up the pace. That's what
Pick up the pace.
Quick pick.
Gloria says pick up the pace too. Stephen Scott, is that what did you have?
I said quick pick. We're talking about lottery.
Yeah.
Okay, and the answer is pick up the pace. So Gloria and Mary Ellen, you had it exactly right, although they're all correct, right?
Old military term.
Yeah.
Pick up the pace.
Yep. Okay, time for movie quotes. And we have our two movie savants here. We've got Jim and Nick, and so here we go. All right. Movie quote time. Someday we'll find it. The Rainbow Connection. Mary Ellen's heart melted. Steve's thinking about it. Scott, do you know it?
Kermit the Frog.
He says Kermit the Frog.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Yes.
Wow. Oh.
And Nick, Mark says Kermit, but the movie was the Muppet movie. Kermit, the Muppet movie. Scott, way to go. You nailed it. And I think that's one of Mary Ellen's favorite movies. Am I right?
Yeah, I love Kermit.
Yeah. and Michelle Kermit with his banjo, and so I might as well just show it. Oh, by the way, what year do you think the Muppet movie came out? Any guesses before I go over there?
Oh, gee.
The first one.
81?
81.
I don't know.
Twenty-two.
You going to say 92?
92.
Let's
All
say
right.
78.
Mark says 78. Jim says 79. Nick says 79. Ooh, my thing really just jumped here. Michelle says 79. Jason says 2000. 77 from Kay. And the answer is 1979. Yes.
Wow, good going, guys.
And there's Kermit.
And just an FYI, those of you who love Kermit sitting on the log, I looked at the new Hallmark ornament brochure thingy wish book, and there's an ornament with Kermit sitting on the sitting on the log singing Rainbow Connection.
Oh, that would be. Do you remember what it cost?
I'm getting that one.
Yeah.
It was pretty expensive. I think it was like
Yeah.
45, but
Oh, that's not too bad. You had it, Jaden. Nice guess. All right. Next movie quote. No such thing as bad student, only bad teacher.
me too, Michelle.
I know the line, but I can't think of the movie.
We're going to get that ornament, says Michelle Dean, The Lovers, The Dreamers, and Me. Oh, not a great song. Okay, Mark was first, coming in with the Karate Kid. Nick right after. Jason. Jason just said thanks, Nick. And then Jim got it. Dead Poet Society, guest K. The Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi. Yes, Michelle, absolutely. Karate Kid. Have you guys ever seen the YouTube video talking about Pat Morita and him getting that role as Mr. Miyagi? I mean, he was like the bottom of the barrel. They did not want him to take that role.
Wow.
And yeah. And he just, obviously was so good. I mean,
he nailed that.
Oh.
Yeah. He's Korean anyway, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If
I think he came
Korean and might as well be a Korean.
And he came over here as a comedian, right? And then he got to deal with Happy Days, and so they thought, no, we don't want a comedian. They wanted a serious actor. And yes, Mandy, it sure was the Karate Kid.
Jaden got it, and the year.
Nice going, Jaden. 1984. Oh, I haven't gone over there yet. Okay, let me go over there. Karate Kid, 1984. By the way, Ralph Macchio, great actor. Honestly, I think very highly of that kid. He still looks amazingly young if you saw the new Karate Kid series.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got Dave's Disney Dreams here. Hiya, Dave. I was on Dave's stream earlier.
Yeah, but our friend is not in that picture, Scott. The Karate Kid's girlfriend.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Shue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next one. What famous person was born in Pennsylvania? Was it Marilyn Monroe, Bradley Cooper, Nicolas Cage, or Kevin Costner?
Or Jeff from Dis Our Dream.
Or Amy from AGC Magic.
Or Doug.
Yeah, Nick isn't. You just can't believe it. I mean, he doesn't look 63. He's amazing. Okay, no idea, says Mark. Cooper, says Jim. Mary Ellen is from Pennsylvania.
It's not, but she messes stuff up with Pennsylvania.
Bradley Cooper says John. John Stamos says Dean. We got to get a John Stamos in every. Hey, John and Nancy, good to have you here. Bradley Cooper says Nick. Nicholas Cage says Michelle. And Larry Fine.
Larry Fine.
All right. Nick Cage says Jaden.
Nicolas Cage is the one I go with.
Okay. Nick Cage. Rocky.
You going with Nicolas Cage?
Yes, Mark, Rocky.
Cooper says Gloria. Okay, the answer is Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Good going, guys.
Yeah, well, I think the majority got, well, it was the most guessed answer.
Hmm.
All right. And then, so my next question is, I did a little trick here. What state, it's just one state, were the other three born in? Marilyn Monroe, Nicolas Cage, Kevin Costner. Feel free to guess away.
Oh, man.
What state do you think they were born in, Steve and Scott and Mary Ellen? And the chat.
Marilyn Monroe.
Dean the Turkey Lakester says California. Mark says Maryland. John says California. Michelle says California. Nick says California. Jim says California.
I see a theme.
I think so. Gloria says California. Jason says California.
Wyoming.
Wyoming says Steve. Scott, are you going to go take a guess?
He's going with California.
Yeah, California. Mark was born in California, so maybe he's offering us a little hint here. And Mary Ellen?
Indiana.
Indiana. All right. The answer is California. Way to go, Scott. Way to go, Scott, and most of the chat. All right. Okay. How are we doing here? We're doing great. Which, no, this is the year. This is the year game. What year? And I'm not real studied on the Ottoman Empire, although I read a little bit about it. Did the Ottoman Empire dissolve? In what year?
Oh, Lord.
Jaden says California. He says California.
John said he wasn't born in a state.
Yeah.
I was born in no state. Well, then you were born in a country. Okay, Mark says 1683. Nick says have no idea. Yeah, this is one of those ones. It's like you could be 500 years off.
Gee.
Want to throw out a guess there, Mary Ellen?
The Ottomans.
Ugh.
I watched so much of that stuff.
I don't know.
John was born in a fishing boat.
That's a good guess, Nick.
John says 955. Jim says whatever Mark says because he knows he's a historian. Gloria says 1920.
The Ottomans?
Mark, you need to answer.
And Jaden said 1600s. And then Jason says 1922. Jason and Gloria are pretty smart. Dave says 1918. All right. Did you all? No guess, Steve?
No.
Mary Ellen or Scott? You going to guess?
Whatever Mark says.
Yeah. Okay. Scott?
You want to go along with Mark?
All right. And then Michelle said 1900. Mark says bad idea. The answer is 1922, which Gloria, she nailed it.
Jason.
Jason. Gloria had 1920. The formal abolition of the Ottoman Sultanate was performed by the, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? All right. 1922. And then the follow-up question is, how long did the Ottoman Empire exist? And I'll give you a clue. The answer is in centuries. So how many centuries? There's Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Jason or Mark, I took that date off the slide. Was it? Oh, was it on there?
Do other people leave dates and names on their slides too?
I didn't notice that. Let me see. Oh, was it there? Oh, in 1683. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that. How long did it exist? And Dave says 5 centuries. Oh, Mark said 2 centuries. Dave said 5. Jim said 3.
Scott says 6.
Scott says 6. John says 17. Gloria says
5.
7. You said 5.
Yeah.
Mary Ellen?
4.
4. Rachel says 2. And Mark, given some context here. So the answer is 6 centuries. Scott, you nailed it. That's right. Jason says 6 centuries. Right on. Good going, Jason and Scott. All right. What movie is this? And of course, give it a little time, Steve, Mary Ellen, Scott, if you know it. But man, we got Nick here. We got Jim here. We got some pretty good movie people.
That's good.
If they get it off this picture, I'm going to be like blown away.
I'm looking with my magnifying glass.
Rachel, hooray for the smart people. It lasted for a long time. Yes, it did. One of the longest lasting dynasties or whatever. Oh my gosh. Dave's Disney Dreams. Dave Cantrell, good job. Short Circuit. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that. I thought this was totally not a giveaway. Man. Now we got another movie expert here. Yep, it was Short Circuit. Here's the rest of the pictures. Would you have gotten it from that one?
No.
You remember that guy there, the guy who's kind of smiling, Steve Guttenberg?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was in that. Yes, it was a great movie. We quote it all the time. Our favorite quote is, "And for this you will be awarded a cake." All right, there was that India guy was hilarious. Yeah. Oh, never saw Gloria. You got to see Short Circuit. Yeah, Steve Guttenberg. That is correct. Okay, here's the rest of the pictures. You can kind of see the number 5 there, flipping through the dictionary. There's Ali Sheedy. And there is that a friend of yours, by the way, Scott and Steve?
No, we don't know her. We love her, and she was in the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club, yes, she was. And there she is. No chance. Never saw it. Is no chance for me. Steve Guttenberg says, Nick, I actually met him once at a convention. Very nice guy. Oh, that's cool. It's good to hear that they're nice. All right, Rachel saying hi.
I think Allie was in Home Alone 2. Also, she was in the airport, and when he came running by, he had a look. Kevin looked like he was, had something wrong, and she goes, "Are you okay, sir? Is there something I can help you with?" He's like, "No."
Wow, that's a good memory. I don't remember that. Had a crush on her, says Mark. I'm sure Breakfast Club, wasn't that her biggest film? I mean, that was such a big film.
Yeah, everybody in it was a big name person.
Yes, she was part of the Brat Pack. That's correct. Okay. Short Circuit. All right, well, we're down to the final of the night, Best Actor, and we are down to like the final 8 actors already. So,
My favorite.
is this your favorite part, Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, well, Scott, then you go first. Here is the first choice. Do you vote for Forrest Whitaker or Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. All right. Mary Ellen, Steve?
I'll tell you, that's a tough one. Tom Hanks.
Tom Tom Hanks.
I like them both.
Yeah, I like them both too, but I'm going Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Nick with Tom Hanks. I was fairly sure. Forrest Whitaker is underrated. Yeah, I mean, he's a great actor. Tom Hanks is John. Tom Hanks is Dean. Tom Hanks is Gloria. Tom Hanks is Jim. Rachel says Tom Hanks, and I bet he wins the whole thing. I think that is a strong possibility. Tom Hanks is Jason. Or Tom Hanks is Forrest. I mean, it could be a stretch, but he's a great actor.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks is Dave. Tom Hanks is Jaden. Michelle says Tom Hanks saw Castaway this week. I love that movie too, Michelle. Honestly, that's one of those movies I can get roped into time and time again. I meant Forrest.
We thought you meant Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, yeah, right. Very good. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Never thought of that before. All right. Tom Hanks moving on. Scott, we'll go back to you. Samuel L. Jackson or Leonardo DiCaprio?
You like Samuel?
Yeah.
You're a big Marvel guy, right, Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mine's Samuel L. Jackson also.
Okay, 2-0.
I do too.
Steve, okay, 3-0. All right. Yeah. All right, let me get caught up with the chat here. So Mark says Samuel L. Jackson gets killed in every movie. I know, but alternate realities let him come back. I don't know if that means you're voting for him, Mark, or not, but so far we've got 3-0, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. Almost, yeah, 5-1. 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, 9-1, 10-1, 11-1, 11-2. Mary Ellen, did you say Samuel?
Yes.
Yeah, and you did too, Steve, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, it's a blowout here. Yeah. Leo is going home.
But I like Leo too.
Leo is amazing.
Films.
Yeah. Yeah, if you had to say pound for pound, though, which actor is in more films that you like? There's a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio films I don't really like, even though he's a great actor. Whereas I think Samuel L. Jackson, I like a lot of his stuff. All right, Samuel, moving on. All right, we're down to Scott Harrison Ford or Morgan Freeman, and I know that's a tough one right there.
All the time. Which?
Morgan Freeman.
You like
okay. Morgan Freeman. All right. All right, Mark. This isn't fair. I know it's like Mary.
It never is. Mark.
It's like that with Mary Ellen's ride thing, man. We got down to the end, and it was like tearing us apart.
It was awful.
All right, so we got Morgan Freeman from Scott. So that's one. So it's 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1. Yeah. 8-1, 9-1, 9-2. Steve, what were you?
I'm with Morgan Freeman.
Okay, 9-3. Mary Ellen?
I'm going with Harrison.
Okay, 10-3. Morgan, he played God. Yeah, that's right. I can't remember what the movie was called.
I don't know how many he's been the president.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Ford. Okay, well, you know what? There's no doubt. Harrison Ford is moving on. They were both in The Sum of All Fears. Oh, Mark, good one. I forgot about that. Okay, and finally, Denzel Washington or Daniel Day-Lewis. And I know who's going to win, but I think Nick and I are going to be upset tonight.
Scott? Daniel Day-Lewis. That's
okay.
what I'm with too.
Okay. All right. Well, we got Denzel. So we got 2-2. 3 to 2, 4 to 2, 5 to 2,
Ooh.
6 to 2.
Oh,
Mary Ellen?
I'm going Denzel.
6 to 3, 7 to 3 then, 8 to 3, 8 to 4. I'm Daniel Day-Lewis all day long. 8 to 5. Come on, Movie Mania, Nick. I already know what you're going to vote for. 8 to 5, I think. Oh, no, he's surprising
Oh,
me. He says, as much as I like Daniel Day-Lewis, I have to go to Denzel. Okay, fair enough. 9 to 5, 10 to 5. All right, no doubt about it. I knew this would happen. But honestly, I'm okay with it because Denzel is in way more movies than I like. But Daniel Day-Lewis is an amazing actor. Okay, well we got her down to the final 4. Next week it'll be Denzel, Harrison Ford, Samuel L. Jackson, and Tom Hanks.
Mm.
All right. All right, Nick echoing my feelings. Well, thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. All right, well, guys, let me remove this. Scott and Steve, it is great to have you back.
Well, it's fun being back again.
And we will have to decide pretty soon on what we're going to do for the next bracket challenge. So if you have any ideas, Scott, you let me know.
Mm.
All right. Mary Ellen has her show, of course, Wednesday nights. We all know that, but Mary Ellen, where are we at in your bracket challenge?
we still have one more week of movies without starting to go the second round against each other. So
Gotcha. Okay. So how many total movies did you start with?
64.
Oh man,
Wow.
that was a lot of work. Yeah, next week's going to be hard. Agreed. Okay, saying the same thing as Michelle. You guys are thinking alike. All right, you're welcome, Mark. Thank you for saying that. Happy Easter, Michelle. Thank you for you guys all coming. I hope you have a great Easter Sunday. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. We had a great time. We'll see you all next week. Have a great Easter, and we'll do the Rachel